Burkina Faso, once a quiet name on the map of West Africa, is now a global headline. The second coup in less than 9 months.
The officers in Burkina Faso have announced the overthrow of military leader Paul-Henri Damiba. It's Burkina Faso's second coup in just 9 months.
A young captain from a humbled and deprived background, Ibrahim Traoré, just 36 years old, rose to power in a whirlwind of political chaos to revive the hopes and aspirations of an entire nation. But how did he become president? Ibrahim was born in Kéra, a village in Bondokuyi, on the 14th of March 1988. He grew up in modest circumstances in rural Burkina Faso. Ibrahim attended local schools and was known to be intelligent and hardworking. He later pursued higher education at the University of Ouagadougou, where he studied geoscience. Although he was reserved during his university years, he was also involved in student activism, which is believed to have shaped his view on justice, leadership, and the need for systemic change. Ibrahim joined the Burkina Faso's armed forces in the early 2010s, motivated by a desire to serve his country. His early assignments placed him on the front line of Burkina Faso's fight against the Islamic insurgency in the Sahel region. He quickly gained a reputation for bravery, discipline, and his ability to connect with soldiers on the ground. His leadership was evident during difficult operations, which helped him rise through the ranks. By 2020, Traoré had become a captain, a significant milestone for a relatively young officer. By 2022, Burkina Faso was a nation on edge. The Sahel region had become a battleground for extremist groups, and thousands were displaced from their homes. Insecurity wasn't just a problem, it was a crisis. President Kaboré faced mounting pressure but seemed unable to deliver the security and stability the people demanded. Protests swept through the streets. The call for change grew louder. In January 2022, Damiba and his patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration (MPSR) overthrew President Kaboré. Kaboré was taken into custody after intense pressure and accusations of his administration of failing to address the Islamic insurgency effectively. Kaboré was confined in a safe house in Ouagadougou. Military forces ensured his communications and movements were restricted as the situation unfolded. Ibrahim was already a captain then in the army. He supported Damiba's coup and was part of his transitional government. He was stationed in the Sahel region, leading counter-insurgency efforts against Islamic extremists. Frustrated by Damiba's perceived failure and lack of progress in addressing the insurgency he took power to address, and as Burkina Faso faced increasing insecurity and government failure to contain insurgency, dissatisfaction grew within the military ranks. Traoré's peers viewed him as someone who could lead the country out of crisis, and so on September 30, 2022, he led a coup that removed Damiba, claiming his government has failed to address the nation's security challenges. Traoré became one of the world's youngest head of state at just 34 years old. His rise to power was marked by widespread support from ordinary citizens who saw him as a symbol of hope and change. Justifying why they were removing Damiba from office, Traoré said in a televised address on October 1, 2022, that the previous head of state has failed to tackle the perennial problem of insurgency that has been eating Burkina Faso in recent years. When he was named as the leader of the coup plotters, certain observers pointed out his resemblance to Thomas Sankara. In addition to his red beret, Ibrahim Traoré has several points in common with the national icon. Both were captains, both came to power at the age of 34, and both were perpetrators of a coup against the military, which had itself come to power by force 8 months earlier. The supporters hope he won't meet the same fate as Sankara. There are rumors that Ibrahim Traore was born in Kenya and that his mother got divorced and returned to Burkina Faso. Many claim it is a French propaganda strategy that aims to divide people by citizenship status. To some, it was a coup. To others, it was a revolution born of necessity. Ibrahim justified his actions by pointing to the failure of previous leaders. Ibrahim's rise to power was met with mixed reactions. Thousands celebrated in the streets, hailing him as a hero. However, international observers and critics raised questions. Was this a legitimate revolution to save Burkina Faso, or just another coup in a region plagued by political instability? It is revolutionary, no doubt, but the method was undeniably a coup. The distinction lies in whether he delivers on his promises. Ibrahim Traore's journey is still being written, whether he would be remembered as a revolutionist who saved Burkina Faso, or just another chapter in its turbulent history remained to be seen. But one thing is clear, his rise reflects the frustration and aspiration of a nation desperate for change. The answer lies not in how he took power, but in what he does with it. Maybe after that, the question becomes, does the end justify the means? Please, make sure you like and you subscribe. Thank you.